My name is Doug Heflin. I'm Director of Drama here at New Richmond High School, and this is Errol Selsby. He's the Assistant Director of Drama, and we are excited about premiering an original composition. The name of the musical is Revising Josie, and it tells the story of the life of Josephine Palmer, who in third grade was given the assignment to start a life book, kind of like a really powerful diary. And she kept it going all the way through her life. And through the story, we get to see the ups and downs of Josie's life, and we get to see some of the adventures she gets involved with. When she goes to college with her best friend Lawrence, they get into a class, and the class is an archaeology class, and in there, she stumbles across a very magical piece, a very magical artifact. And this magical artifact grants wishes. And so, in one way, we see Josephine growing as a person and dealing with all the things that somebody does in her life. And on the second hand, we see this kind of fantasy life where they get to make wishes and change the world. And it's really an interesting concept. Errol?
The dynamic between Josephine and Lawrence is very interesting. It's a love interest that doesn't quite go in the direction that Josephine would like it to go. The cast members in this come in and they do an excellent job of portraying a variety of people. The scenery, that's pretty tough. The scene changes going from one place to another is going to be very challenging for us to do, but we'll get it done. The locations go from a warehouse to a front porch to where else does it go?
It just
all over the place.
Business to a mall to a park, all over the place.
And we have to create the atmosphere for each one of those so that we get the sense, the essence of a mall, get the essence of a warehouse, get the essence of a front porch. It's not going to be reality bound where we're going to have a whole front porch or a whole warehouse. It's those elements that will create the atmosphere so the audience will know that we are in a warehouse, that characters are on a porch, that we are in an oddity shop. So we have to create that atmosphere by having the cast members surrounded by pieces that suggest where they are.
It's pretty neat. The whole story is based upon a book called Josie's Life Book. And I finished that book. The story idea started several years ago, but finished that up in June. Finished the vocal score sometime midsummer. And then the last piece was to put the libretto together where everyone is saying or doing this or that. I think it's a lot of fun to do an original show, and I had wanted to do a full-scale production here before I retire next year. The cast level, the talent level is just awesome. And so everything aligned, kind of like the perfect storm of drama, where the skill and the talent and willingness of a great group of students met a story that is a pretty engaging story to tell. I was wondering if it'd be possible to go and have some cast members introduce themselves.
Yeah, great.
Great, and they'll tell you who they are in the show and what that character might be like. So let's go and start here. Skylar, you're first.
My character's name is Michelle Dustin, and she's part of the study group throughout the entire play. And
Farm?
yeah, she lives on a farm. She's very, I guess, religious, you could say, and a little outgoing.
All right.
My character's name is Heflin Osman. She is she's very smart, and she is a realistic person.
And your name is? Your real name
Haley.
is?
I'm Nick Wiest, and I portray the character Paul Rogers, whose nickname is Iceberg. And he's kind of a laid-back guy who enjoys baking very much so, and also enjoys hanging out with his pet duck, Daniel.
All right.
My name is Alicia Bailey, and I am playing the character Valerie Jenkins. Valerie is a member of the secret villain organization of Toby, but she isn't quite sure which side she's on. She's very much two-faced, and so throughout the musical, the audience can determine which side that they think she's on.
My name is Olivia, and I play Luann Monge, and she owns an oddity shop. I'm also Paul's aunt. She owns an oddity shop, and the kids come in periodically throughout the show, and she just kind of helps them and gives them little clues and tools that help them get through the journey.
I'm Will Isbell. I play the character of Hugo, who's really, he's in Tovey, and he's really just an idiot. He's the dumbest scam.
Hello, my name's Tyler Davis. I play the character Morgan Foster. Morgan Foster is a quiet, thinking type. He's very critical of everyone around him, and kind of like me, I guess. He is the third brain of Tovey, which bad guy group. He's the opposite personality of, well, he's the opposite of Iceberg, Paul Rogers, and yeah.
I'm Daniel Wilson, and I play the role of Dr. Leroy Casey, who's a college professor by day and an evil mastermind by night. I lead a troupe of villains. We're called Tovey, the treacherous organization of villainous evil yuppies. And yeah, I basically have a secret vendetta to become the owner of all precious artifacts and president of the United States.
I'm Hunter Gilpin.
Brady Strunk.
And we're basically just two of the three police officers that arrest Tovey at the end of the show, and that's about it.
Come in and kick their butts.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm Nick Gilman, and I play Lawrence Williams. And Lawrence is, one of the big leads in the show, and he's really, one of the characters that you get to see grow, and you get to see what parts of him change throughout the show and what, parts of him stay the same. It's a good examination of, people as they grow older throughout life. He's got this close friendship with Josephine, but, it's never really clear just what direction that's headed, and it's not always the same direction that she wants it to head.
My name is Jenny Roberts, and I play the role of Josephine Palmer. She's the main thing that keeps the story going. And as you see throughout the musical, she changes. And first she starts out trying to find something really fulfilling in her life. And she's not always able to see the good that she's doing as she's going along in the musical. And also, as she's going along through life, she's also kind of has a thing for Lawrence. She isn't really able to find anything's working really between them more than a friendship. It's not exactly what she expects, but she ends up really finding who she is. And that's what I really like about her.
One of the really neat things about having an original production is we own the rights to it, so we're allowed to use the artwork, the lines, the songs, and we actually own the rights to it. So we can upload the music to iTunes, and we can use the video to use for advertisement for the school for years to come, that the kids are actually the first people to do these roles. So it's a fun concept to think that when the show is done, the only way the show has ever been done is the way the kids have interpreted their parts and their lines. And I think that's a really neat experience, and I am very grateful to the children and the community for allowing something like this to happen. It's a pretty neat thing. You don't hear too many high schools doing original productions as their feature show for the year. So we hope you can come out. The show is November 15th at 7 o'clock in the evening. We have a matinee on that Saturday, November 16th at 1 o'clock. At 4 o'clock that afternoon, we have an autograph session where all the kids will be signing programs and autographs for the premiere. And then the closing performance will be 7 o'clock on Saturday, November 16th. And before each show, I'm going to be doing just a little bit of a workshop with the audience to let them know some of the things we've done. And we hope to see you there.